Hello everyone, my name is Victor and welcome to my first ever FIFA Career Mode series. Now I'm choosing DC United and many of you are probably wondering why. Well, DC United is my favorite team, it's my home team and it's the team I've grown up with. So while MLS, I acknowledge, is not the best league in the world, and many of you will probably be laughing at this because it actually is true, it's not. But it's the league I've known for most of my life and it's the one I choose to participate in. And I figured there's a lot of people doing Let's Plays with FIFA in particular, and many of them don't go beyond the second or third season. And I figured what a better way to assure that I will have this series going on for a long time by choosing my favorite team. Now, at the moment, I'm going through all the individual players, especially for those of you that aren't familiar with DC United and the MLS teams, I guess. And at the moment, I'm also checking to see about whether there are any contracts that I need to renew. And obviously, for Perry Kitchen, he's a very important player on my team, and I want to have them. I want to have him, excuse me, for the foreseeable future. But apparently, he is not satisfied with his contract, and apparently, he wants to go. So I will try to convince him to stay, but we'll see how that works out. Now, this career mode specifically, I want to try something different. I want to try something unique, something that'll make my channel stand out and make this a little bit more interesting because when playing career mode, you have all the power and it's very easy to, guess I should say, like just get away with it and buy a lot of players and sell a lot of players and basically make a big change from the first season. And I'm trying to avoid that because, like I said, I want to make this a more unique experience for you guys. And so I figured I'd do a rule of three. And by rule of three, I mean the first rule being that I will only buy 3 players per transfer season, meaning that obviously there will only be 3 players coming in. However, I can sell as many players as I'd like. The second rule of the rule of three being that I will choose 3 players who I will deem untransferable, and by that I guess meaning that they will be on the team until they retire. Now, typically, what I want to do in the future is that I want to have you guys choose 2 of the 3 players, but since I don't have an audience at the moment, and what a shot by Eddie Johnson, he just missed slightly there. And so, since I don't have an audience at the moment, I figured I'd just choose the 3 off the bat. But hopefully, for future career mode series, you guys will be able to choose 2 of the 3 players that I will basically keep till they retire. Now, the last rule of 3 that I'm trying to apply here is for the international teams. Now, they're obviously people get a lot of offers from national teams, and I figured I'd simplify things by just choosing 3 off the bat. And at this moment, for this career mode, I'm going to choose the U.S. because obviously that's where I'm from. And what a shot close by again by, I want to say, oh, that was Fabius Spandola. He's been such a great player for DC United last season, MVP, a quality player. But anyways, going back to the rules, like I was saying, for the international teams, I want to keep it with the U.S. And then Peru would be my second option, or I guess second out of the 3 that I'm eliminating myself to, because my family comes from that country and I have a strong connection to them. And the third kind of off country that I'm choosing at the moment is Portugal, mainly because there are some, I guess, family origins going in there, and I actually do like the national team, even though it's just Ronaldo plus 10. So now focusing on the friendly here, that obviously it's halfway done, so I apologize for that. There's not much to see at the moment. I'm actually using a PS4 at the moment, and I actually transferred from an Xbox 360. So there is going to be an adjustment period, meaning that I'm probably gonna suck ass. And I apologize for that language, but it's gonna be pretty bad. Now, also, if for those of you guys wondering, I'm actually using professional, and I know most people will typically either go between world class and legendary, and I promise once I get the hang of it, I will bump it up. As for how long that will take, I can't really say. Anyways, now focusing on the game here, there's a center, and I believe they get a shot on. And this is from Unión Español, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, guys, is from Chile. But correct me if I'm wrong. And what a nice score from the Chilean forward here. And I hope he's Chilean, but I'm not quite sure there. And obviously, like I said, this is a transitional period. I'm not going to play as well as I'd like to. And obviously, here going 1-0 down in the second half is not a good position for me to be in. And I wish Bill Hamid would have been better on that second. But I can't blame him. He had a first good save there, and the defense actually didn't do anything to help him. That you can see his face there. He's obviously not happy now going into this now. Let's see what we got here. We got a nice pass here going. Nice center and a shot, and that was weak. Very, very weak. I'm still getting used to I guess, the strength of the buttons. I guess I'm not quite sure how much power to put on the shots at the moment, and so most of my shots will probably be weak, just like that one. And here we go, Union Espanol coming again. Nice center, and no one's there to get it. And look, my defense is nowhere to be seen at the moment. Wow, that was nice of them. Nice save by Bill Hamid, and nice recovery as well. Well, here we go with the counter attack. Hopefully I can get something going here. One-on-one, nice. Go, and it's all shot. Ah, and it was a little bit wide by a Spindler. Now Union Espanol continues. The ball goes there. Now we see them on my side of the field, which obviously is not something I want them to be doing. And there's a beautiful shot by the forward from Union Espanol, number 7, Mendez. There was nothing Bill Hamid could have done in that. There's no way. And that was sloppy defending by my captain of all players. And by my captain, I really mean myself, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So here comes, restart the game, and now 90 minutes are almost up. And here with the last attack, luckily my defense managed to do something, but 2-0 is not a good way to start this season. And hopefully I can bounce back from the next game. And speaking about next games, typically in my videos what I'm going to be doing is having about 3 videos per game. So this is going to be just the preseason matches. Now, thinking about it, I know many people skip the preseason matches, and I guess I could do that in future seasons if you guys want me to. However, I actually do like to have these preseason games just to get accustomed to the game itself. As I said before, I'm switching from an Xbox 360 to a PS4, and that is a long story that will probably go on for another episode if you guys actually want to hear about it. But I want to get used to it, and it's because it's a good way to get used to the team and see if I need to make any changes, maybe in formation or player, or even tactics. And now I'm going with Ajax, so if I didn't do well against Union Espanol, I doubt I will do well against Ajax, but maybe I'll get lucky on this one. And I'm sending in my B team. I got a couple youngsters there, like Michael Seaton, who's part of the DC United Academy. I believe he just started, or he got promoted last season, and hasn't seen many minutes. Although he's been called up, for Jamaica quite recently and quite a couple times, and actually has managed to start a couple games. So apparently his international career is doing better than his professional one. So here we go off with the second game, and obviously here Ajax off to a good start in the fourth minute. Hit the post, and ooh, that was a close one there. Dijkstra was in no man's land. Here we go now with the nice through ball here. Nice cutback. Come on, shoot! That was as lucky as you could want that goal. Chris Korb, so my left back. Well, actually, technically a right back, but I'm putting him on the left back position. Gets the goal, the first goal of the season, the first goal of my FIFA career mode, and it probably isn't a member one. I still think it would have gone in without the deflection, but I'll take it. Almost looked like a handball there as well, but we'll see here. First goal in the friendly for Chris Korb. And now I'm 1-0 up, and hopefully I'll be able to manage. Maybe I should pull off some Chelsea tactics here and park the bus. Or if you guys like collegiate soccer, for those of you in the stateside, I should probably pull a UVA and park two buses. And this is actually pretty funny for me because I'm actually a Tech fan. So, yeah. But kudos to UVA, at least, representing Virginia. People always, criticize how a team wins, and in the end of the day, though, it's a matter of winning in general. Oh, and that nice chip that was too called out. It was too obvious in this circumstance. Like I was saying before, I mean, in the end of the day, you win. A win is a win is a win. And while people will remember it now as a horrible game against, I believe it was UCLA, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure 10 or 20 years from now, all they're going to remember is that UVA won a tournament. Now here, I'm making a couple changes here. I'm taking Kitchen off and putting, I believe, Jared Jeffrey. And I believe that's the only change I made. Oh, never mind. I also put in Michael Farfan. Or was it Arrieta? Oh, my bad. It was Arrieta from Michael Seaton, the Costa Rican forward who actually just got transferred a few months ago to DC United. Just to add depth, and what a nice save by Dykstra there. So I was saying before, the Costa Rican forward was added for depth because DC United is in the CONCACAF Champions League. And at the moment, they already played the Costa Rican side Alajuelense. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's kind of a mouthful there. And I gotta say, it was kind of pitiful. DC United ended up losing 5-2. And while you could blame preseason form, because at the moment DC United is in preseason and Alajuelense, is in midseason form, and God, that was horrible defending. What were you doing, Corb? There's no way Daxter was going to save that. But nice goal. Nice opportunistic goal, I should say. Chicharito-esque, if you guys will humor me here. But anyways, as I was talking about, DC United is in the CONCACAF Champions League, and they played the Costa Rican side Alajuelense, and it was just a 5-2 loss, and it was just horrible. DC United, like I said before that, I was interrupted by that goal. It was in preseason mode, but still, leaking in 5 goals isn't exactly something you want to start with on the first leg. And I thought that went in, but apparently there was a flag for offside. So lucky me, I didn't lose this game in the last minute. And the game will end in a draw with a 1-1. And I will take that, even though I would have preferred the win, and I would have had the win had I not made a stupid mistake in the back four. And there's the whistle, the end of the second preseason game. And so far, I guess it's an improvement. I mean, I've gone from a 2-0 loss to a 1-1 tie against a good Ajax team. But hopefully I can get the win that I want in the last and final, which is the exact same word. I apologize. I'm at a loss for words here. The last preseason game. And here we go. Look at that. Once Caldas with the loss, unfortunately, for the Colombian team. And now I have the last game. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Michael Seaton. Let's see here. Let's go with my A team. And I'm going against PEC is Wolf, I believe. And I'm not exactly sure what country this is from. Let's see here. I think I might be switching a Spindola. Putting Arrieta. Let's see if I'm making any other changes here. I'm putting Michael Farfan. That's good. Alright, let's begin here. And hopefully get my first win of this career mode. Here we go at the start. The away teams. Nice move by Halsey there. Halsey centers the ball and it goes to Arrieta. Arrieta couldn't get it. There's Chris Pontius, the longest tenured DC player at the moment, which I believe he's been on the team for 6 seasons, 7 seasons at the moment. Meaning he is the longest one. And oh, look at that shot by Eddie Johnson. And I keep getting those near shots. If the goalkeeper wouldn't have saved it, it would have been a beautiful goal. And that's something different about this FIFA 15, that the goalkeeper's AI seems to be actually a lot better, and it seems to be a lot harder to score in general, but hopefully not too much Otherwise, this whole show is going to be very boring. And a yellow card there goes to the player Van Bolen. Polen. Here you go with Halstead putting the game back in play. There goes Pontius. Pontius goes to De Leon. Nicky D loses the ball. Go back again. Nicky D passes it to Arieta. Arieta for the shot. And nice save by the goalkeeper. Arieta gets the ball again. Here we go. Passes it to Michael Farfan. Michael Farfan shoots. And again, the imprecision here that I have to get better at. And the first half ends 0-0. Not a bad half, but not a good half either. 4 shots on goal, 4 shots on target. That's pretty good, and they haven't had a single shot yet, so at least I know I'm not going to get scored on. And I switch Michael Farfan here. Do I? No, I don't. I guess I changed my mind and didn't opt for the change. Here you go with Eddie Johnson. Come on, Eddie Johnson. Shoots wide. Just wide. Another goalkeeper, De Jong, is going to put it back in play. As he does here with Van Polen, who got yellow carded a few minutes ago. Here we go with Eddie Johnson. Come on, Eddie. Make some magic. And he goes back to Arieta. Arieta shoots, and it's wide. That finesse shot went wide. I'm waiting here for De Jong to put it back in play. And he decides to go with the long ball. Here we go with Thomas. Drost passes it. Is he going to pass it? No, he's going to go for it, and it's wide. I believe that's the first shot from that team, actually, because they didn't. My goalkeeper hasn't had much trouble so far. Bill Hamid is a beast, but he hasn't had any work done, I guess, at the moment. Now here we go with Michael Farfan. Michael Farfan shoots, and that is just an ugly shot. I don't know what I was thinking. And there's another substitution from the away team going here. And again, we're in a familiar spot where the goalkeeper is going to put the ball back in play. And he decides to go for the short pass this time, which is good. Now, here in the last minutes of the game, it's still 0-0, and that's how the score is going to end. 0-0. So at least I didn't concede a goal, but I didn't get one either. And hopefully this is the last underwhelming performance that I will have for this season, but we'll see. And that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for the next installment of this FIFA career mode.